always say it's so important not to get caught up with the echo chambers. Just watch the numbers. Look at what the indicators are telling you and add your judgment. You're better than all that. Just with those tools alone, you'll take money from the markets.
Well, hey everybody. Welcome to NFA OFC, your daily fix, where we watch how the money moves in the market so we can make more educated decisions. And as always, not financial advice, a fucking course. I just saw Pope put that up there. That was hilarious. Pope's going to go over the money flow cycle with us. Hey, buddy, you want to come up here?
I am up here.
Oh, hey.
We didn't
here
have
the
the
whole
cameras
time.
going, so I figured we
You
could
gonna
both
hang with
be
me?
we
Hi,
could both be hanging.
hi, Aunt
Uh,
America.
hello.
Yeah, I think you started the show as well. You're like, I'm just gonna do quick, and then you go, oh, well, no, I think we're just gonna do it like regular. There's so many
I'm
things to
making
go
a
over. We
phone
gotta check.
call. I'm making a phone call that I might have to take in the middle of the show, and that's awkward, but it's IRL, and it's one of those things. So if it does ring, I apologize. It'll only be probably about 5 minutes, a little intermission, good time to, let the dog out or grab a beverage or whatever it is. But what do you think? Should we get into it?
Yeah, let's check out some market cap dominance, Bitcoin, ETH, and the money flow cycle. Let's do it.
Here it is. A red day from what I've been hearing. It's been these longer trades have been nice. There's lots of news coming. So the last little while, I've been just watching the markets when I get to the stream. This here is the line that we're saying that it can always take off at any given time for the total market cap, all of the money in crypto. And the kind of up down that we thought that we might be seeing, some up consolidation, pullback, hopefully maintaining that bottom, and then start towards the upside again. And we didn't get as much of this belly as we thought on the show as we've been monitoring and talking through it a little more. But we've had all this up, and we said we're probably going to have a little bit of down. And on the 4 hour, which is these green lines, we can really see it's holding this. This box of consolidation that we had trouble getting out of before and bottom to is now becoming our support and being retested. And we've got very small lines. We said we wanted to keep these lines here nice and thin. When we were drawing that, for example, we always like this little belly, a bunch of up, a little bit of down, higher new low. And we talked about having a higher low, or sorry, a higher low here than we did in this belly. And we've held it. That's bullish. That's a good thing. So nobody likes a couple of days of pullback, and everybody's probably the sky is falling. And if you were in and out of trades faster and you took profits, this is what these tools and understand how they work is all about. And props to you. The trades we're going to be looking at are some of the longer ones. Cannot wait to get trading on the smaller time frame. So we're looking on a stochastic on a 4 hour, money coming back in, looking like it's stabilizing in this 2.3 area, which we had this other support here, and very minimal spread on our micro bear, micro bull indicator, and bellying on the 4. All of that, good sign. Doesn't mean something like this just can't all of a sudden happen. It does. It's crypto. But everything it's telling us right now, looking healthy recovery after all this up, making a new higher low. Not too bad. Of course, all of that is for the market cap. And this is how we've been analyzing it on the show. And we've talked through a few of this in the Discord when we were here and how we traded out. And I've shared this with you, how I look at it when I'm actively trading. And I haven't changed this line or any of these support and resistance lines, and I couldn't tell you how long. And it's still basically following that swoop that I thought we were going to see. So same thing. I'm not panicked. I expected a pullback, and I'm hoping for that micro bull and influx of money. Now, April, May, historically, Supreme Crypto made a point of this. They're typically kind of sideways months. They're just up and down. And that's where we were talking about these W's. If we get that for the next couple of months, oh, that'll be exciting. So dominance, and we've left some of these squiggly lines and crap that we've done lately just to see what we thought. And we said it's pretty much got this bullish wedge forming. We're hoping for a cross, and it's either going to go up with a lot of money entering the market, which the markets look like they're primed for, or it's going to drop. And that drop is going to be because the alts are going to crash. Now, I don't think so that latter is the case, because every time we're down in these areas in the stochastic, which we are now, we tend to rip afterwards. And a rip in dominance is going to be an influx of capital into the total market cap, hopefully. Now, the rip in dominance is if it all leaves the alts. That's not the one we want. I think right now things are looking positive in that regard. Bitcoin. We said we're probably going to consolidate between this white line and this white line. We're damn near close to in the middle. We're a little bit above our two entries. So our dollar cost average between those two is in very slight profit with all this vulnerability. But every time we see these massive wicks back up, that's strength. And we got to remember, stay focused on the big picture. Consolidation is happening in this area. You know, that we talk about how this was probably going to be an area, these high 68, 69s, and it didn't even make it past 67 2. Still narrowing though, not nearly as much spread here as we have here. When we have spread, price action. Doesn't matter the direction, it's price action. Spread looks minimal, and it looks like it's starting to belly. Doesn't mean we won't get some stinky wicks and all this kind of stuff down here over the next few days. On the 4 hour, I mean, look at the range on the 4 hour. So if it holds here, which would not be a surprise to me at all, strength to turn around and then retest all these areas that we keep talking about of resistance, 68.7 and then 73. These lines have been here for ages. You know, we know these are going to be our hard spots. Our entry at the top, right in the middle, and right here. That's where it's going to struggle. Is it going to get back up there? Absolutely. Not financial advice, of course. But I mean, it's just been walking up this trend. A couple of dips below, but we haven't updated in ages, so we've just kind of let this one alone. But Kate wanted to look at Bitcoin, and we marked it up fresh the other day. And here it is on the daily. Does it look
Those wicks just keeping on that line, eh?
Isn't it? To me, I find it fascinating. So, you know, to me, no surprise if we're now going to have any price point with Wix from here to here, from here to here, from here. And it might pop down a wick just like these did, but we're building more sideways pressure, and more consolidation either equals breakout in either direction or more consolidation. And this triangle just keeps getting stronger, and we'll probably have a break to the upside. For now, it'll be interesting to see what this day brings. We're just under the median. We had an entry from Bollinger over here. We had an entry from Stochastic over here. You know, almost in the middle, almost in the middle, almost in the middle. Interesting. Just another way to look at it.
So
Theory.
we're just gonna continue to watch this stuff then, hey? Like, you're
Oh
just yeah,
yeah. Because
build that
when we
sideways
looked at
pressure.
it, when we compared this, what we were looking at, I mean, we can clean it up a bit here. And you were like, let's do it again. And we just look at it like that. It's all the same information. It just doesn't have as much lines and stuff over. But
It's a little more palatable, I guess.
right. Ethereum. Which
Tell me Ethereum's had its day. When is it coming? Where's that crystal ball?
wouldn't it be nice? There's a Beach Boys song there somewhere. I mean, it's right in the middle of between where we're at for our bottom entries here. And it's wanting to, we can see the micro bear, micro bull getting a lot closer, a lot more narrowed, wanting to get the new cross on the daily, on the 4-hour. Really trying to hold but I mean, what a great example of just using a couple of theories of ours here. Here's your red out, green, or red out, green in, belly, right? Green out, red in, curve. Those there are telltale signs of entry exit according to our strategy and using our indicators. 6 days, 11.11. Just by following that. Interesting, price on Stochastic back a few candles ago, same movement to the upside, same with Bollinger, coming close to the median, very thin micro bear, micro bull. Really wants to start this action again. It might consolidate for a bit. It might take off. It really comes down to always, as I sound like a broken record, the total market cap. And the beautiful thing about what we're trading right now is they're longer trades. So, you go away camping or there's an event, you don't have to worry if you miss out a few days. You don't have to be glued. But all in all, for Ethereum, it's just chugging along, waiting for its localized high and all-time high. But I think a lot of the distraction off of Ethereum is the meme coins and all the other blockchains at the moment. We'll see. For our trades, some doing better than others. We're going to continue to keep watching. Looking like we're about to get the micro bull on the 4-hour with 1 inch and start the upward motion again. In a buy position just a little bit ago. In a buy position just a little bit ago. Very little to no belly on that. And it looks like we're in good position to run for a bit. Aave. Holding. Tiny bit, but holding. And like we said, good sign if it holds here, turns and starts to go, we have a higher low. That's what we want to see on our way back up. Not as fast as some of the others, but still holding formation. We can see that same here with Algorand. There's definitely been some price correction. It clearly ripped. What did I miss? Damn. Good job, Algorand. Love it. Looked like H bar all of a sudden again. Huh. Avalanche still underperforming. This would have been a great stink bid. It would have caught here on that Thursday. We gave it somewhere over here. We didn't. I sadly didn't take it. Really want to see this curl, and I'll probably do one more entry on Avalanche, and I want it to see it hold this area and start to recontest these areas. If it can do that and starts to follow that kind of a pattern, I mean, it might just all of a sudden do this too. We know how this can happen. I think with the way it's been reacting lately, this seems more reasonable. Or it might be one of those, there's been a lot of eyes off it and slow, and then it just gets bought up and runs. But Avalanche, solid to have. Just a little lackluster at the moment. Cello is where we were talking about making these bellies. Oh, just disgusting. These higher lows in this area over this area, and it still seems to be holding, seems to be wanting to turn. And these to me are where you get the great entries, these micro bear bellies where they want to turn. And we know we missed and we screwed up this because of geopolitical events. You know, now it looks like it's wanting to compress like the others and go, and we have some nice targets with Cello, and we've done really well already with Cello this year. So this is a healthy sign. It's not as fast as the others right now. But when Cello moves, it decides to do it and does it fast. Dot is like damn near right where we're back at with. This is a perfect example of our entry up to profit back to our entry, making a higher low on a new micro bear, but round tripping profits. If I didn't have so much going on in IRL right now, absolutely, I probably would have got out somewhere in here near this when it was starting to curl. Sell pressure. But in these trades for the long term, like we've talked about, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks maybe, and see how they turn out. But again, Polkadot, great. Cursive, just bad timing of the black swan, making a higher low now to go back. This could be another good lesson too in this market where it is a little different. Oops. There's another one, Pringo. The money has just been moving out so much faster. It doesn't stay in nearly as long this time. It's really quite remarkable. Phantom is a prime example of, remember when we said maybe it was done on the 4 hours, needed to hold this area here, which was this consolidation area. We were getting the belly, and then we started coming in here. And on the 4 hour, there it is. We had that bullish wedge up, boom, 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 boom. It's going to need to break out, retest before it can take off. And that's your, to make sense of these squiggles, that's your needs to break out of this line, stay above it, and then take off to here. And these are textbook patterns. Actually, here, I'll just put it back to where it was. And we were saying, and we even laid, you know, take profit here, just slightly under if you really wanted to. Where it went up to and pulled back. absolutely textbook. Now we got a micro bull, wants to go. Lots of up, but a pullback makes sense. Where we're probably going to contest the weekly trend. The Phantom, I mean, this one is a prime example of off to the races, responding really well, really healthy to geopolitical over the last bit. An example of why you diversify, because not everything's going to do and respond the same. And you know, if you do have the time, look at that. You know, you could have took the profits, didn't hold. Now it's continuing looking to go down, but holding this new micro bear, higher, low. So still bullish. These are the ebbs and flows that you wait out when you're doing long trades. When you're swing trading, you're taking these exits. Those are the differences. Hope it helps. Hope it's making sense. If you ever have questions, ever want us to go over how to respond to, how do we get these entries? So we know here there was a perfect belly of a bear. We were looking to go in the other direction. This was geopolitical bombs and then bombs round 2. These are great entries for a belly of a bear. Black Swan, we get this belly. Again, we think we got a couple of great entries on here. Sadly, geopolitical event round 2 of bombs brought us down, and we caught this entry here. And when we talk about dollar cost averaging and strategy in, as soon as we started turning around, we should be in profit. But when you're following your strategy, because you're buying them at the same amount, but you're getting them at a discount. So you're getting more tokens. Now, I hope it helps. We don't get a lot of feedback. Sometimes I wonder if I am talking to a wall.
No, it does make sense. But we've got these things going so long, we're really just kind of watching with
and
you, right?
and our long-term targets on these, we got to remember on a lot of these are, of course, I picked the one that's right, fetch, new.
Uncharted.
This one is Uncharted, but a lot of these are just starting to get ready for their cup and handle formations, which are quite exciting. Filecoin, another little bit of a disappointment. We did quite well earlier in the year with Filecoin, and then just hovering around our lowest entry at the moment, wanting to just stay here. Watching this one to see if this is worth moving capital, holding, what's going on. I'll probably do a little more research. Just part of the game. That one's annoying. It's slow. And that's another point of diversification. But such great utility and so much potential. Hedera took off. If you took profits when it rocked up here, congratulations. Good on you. We talked about it on the show. If you wanted to, I wouldn't blame you. We even said it was going to come down. I didn't think it would fall that much, but I mean, what a healthy new hold here. And I reckon now it's going to want to recontest the weekly at 1.19. It's going to recontest here first before it gets to the weekly, let's be honest. But looking good. And same thing, very bullish wedge, just like we were talking about earlier. Oops, sorry.
And America said it took a profit and bought back lower.
Nice.
As you do.
Yeah, I'm not going to admit that I'm not jelly, but there's so many cool things going on in the background. It's been worth being away from the screens and just doing this on the casual with you guys.
Yeah, but we wanna hear your brags though. Brag to us.
They're coming, trust me.
So not your brags. I wanna hear everyone else's brags too.
Here's that retest that we just talked about before, right? You break out of that trend line of the bullish wedge, you come out and retest, and then it usually typically pops. And that's what I'll be looking again for on H bar. Looking great. Happy with that one. Chainlink doing exactly what we were thinking. Mellowing out, made it up there, going to recontest it, holding the weekly support. Chainlink is a long hold. This was a steal to get Chainlink at these prices. Again. Telcoin, we didn't really take. We keep saying, but we did give it 2 entries before the bad news bears. I think it was on the daily. We did it.
Hey, Pope.
Yeah.
Ann America had a question about H bar. Do you think with BlackRock news, H bar can go multiples? Right?
Yeah. And I don't think, yes. I don't think we're so early in the general malaise and thoughts of all of this stuff. Retail's not here. And some of these bigger projects that are taking, and we haven't even had
She
it all.
mentioned long term. I think she was mentioning long term with it. So that makes
Yeah,
sense.
and exactly. And we haven't had our alt run yet. This is still all a Bitcoin cycle. There's a reason all these kind of coins look alike. We talk about that. And when we have an alt run cycle, and the dialogue goes to that, or BlackRock starts kicking it up, what do you think is going to happen? They're probably going to rock it. It's 12 cents. This reminds me of like Matic when it was pennies. And then this will probably go into the dollars, you know. What was it before? Can't remember. So weekly body high and a lot of resistance on some wicks there was about 43 cents. If we even got to that roughly alone, it's 264%.
It's all right, eh?
I'd buy that.
Long term. A little long term, though.
You know, and that's
She said, I
just
was
it.
wondering
Like,
about that $1 mark and buying more as a set and forget, maybe, as Ann America was saying.
I think she meant 1 cent, but or 10 cents, I should say. That would make sense. Comes back down here, get a wick. I see what she's saying. Not a bad idea. Keep an eye on it. Good call.
Maybe we should, check this at 7 o'clock PST tomorrow, too.
I think we will. Telos is another example of what a performer. And we said it needs to hold. I mean, here were our entries before geopolitical, our recovery from it, and where it's at. And now where we said it needed to hold, and it seems to be holding. So, this might be one of those things. Do we go, hey, when we're looking at capital that's not working? And sometimes we have a short on this. Why loss can be good. Well, if the capital is not working in another token, and we're seeing steady, constant gains in others, and the indicators are telling us more coming, it makes sense to move the capital at that point. But I don't like doing that too often, because then you can get caught up in chasing pumps. And it's a fine line between understanding when something's become stagnant and becoming impatient. I try to always lie on the side of patience, because I didn't used to. And I've found, just from my trading style, how I use my strategies, that patience has always seemed to have been paid off more in dividends than trying to chase. And then sometimes you also have to look at tax loss benefits. Sometimes you might need a little bit. But here we are. So Telos, Looking Dynamite, really happy with that bounce on that, obviously. SNX finally looking like it might hold. It's lots of up. Wouldn't be surprised some wicks down into this area, kind of a thing, before it starts to contest this area, wick back down and then go. But taking a little longer as well compared to some of the others, but still bullish. Just lots of sideways. And we know sideways builds compression. Compression leads to breakouts. We just talked about patience. It's like everything just came full circle.
A little
So,
confluence in your teaching there, my friend.
oh, I try. I try. I mean, it's just doing what I'm doing at the moment, not financial advice, of course. You get to kind of just follow along our journey and use the tools and kind of see how I look at markets and trading, and then how to respond to black swan events, turn them and capitalize on them.
And we definitely get
So
to learn that in the IRL. So here we're all learning together.
love it. You guys rock. Thanks again.
Thanks you guys for coming. Well, on we've started doing giveaways on 69, then we're going to go 80, 90th and 100th shows. So it's a 75th show now. So we've next Thursday we'll be doing another giveaway.
That is crazy.
Next Thursday.
It is
Do you
show
wanna
75.
I know. Not financial advice, a fucking course, but
Right. It
it's
does seem
all for
surreal.
fun, folks. I know.
And for the people that have been here from day one, we are only just beginning. And trust me, we got some juicy things up the sleeve. There's lots of things that are being worked on in the background. I have quite the concept with this. Hopefully, you can see from Richard the Sheep, the Animals anime, and understanding just the basic financial concepts of to how money moves in markets. All of these tools and all of these strategies and skill sets work in any market. They don't have to be applied to crypto. You can use them in precious metals. You can use them in Forex. You can use them in stock. I like crypto because of the volatility, and you tend to make more percentages faster than the others, but it all works nonetheless and all the same. And we still have a few more things coming. It's been a blast. I'm excited. Thank you very much again.
Yeah, man, you gotta go make your call now.
I'm
It
supposed to
it
get it. I still haven't
it
got it.
hasn't come through yet, so go chill out and wait for that call. How about
Sounds good.
same Pope time tomorrow?
Let's do it. Thanks again,
See ya.
everybody.
Bye, guys. It's the end.